Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice summer evening. We're still up here at Keuka Lake. Nice, quiet evening. All right. As we can see, the fact that the Dow is doing this J-hook type pattern, and we're right at the breakout level. I don't know. Don, you should have pictures. Everybody else have pictures? All right. Don, you might have to reboot. Oh, pictures of the lake. I see. All right. Yeah. I don't think we have any new pictures. We'll have to take them before the end of the session. So anyways, we're still in this nice uptrend, which the Dow is doing a J-hook pattern, which gives a little bit more credibility to the uptrend in the fact that the NASDAQ has been consistently moving up, and the Dow is now getting a little bit of profit-taking energy. So there's a good probability this rally should continue. Now, some of the things influencing prices, we can see crude oil has bounced back up. It still looks like it could be targeting the 50-day moving average. Gold has been holding up pretty well, but as you can see, there's kind of a wedge formation. Let me go to the kind of a wedge formation, so it's not going anywhere of any great magnitude. However, it's definitely telling us that they aren't backing off. So a lot of the gold stocks are still being affected by the fact that gold's not going down. So they're going to make good money with the gold prices staying up here. And we went long on live cattle, or lean hogs, I'm sorry. Lean hogs the last couple of days, because notice what it was doing once we got down here to the oversold area. Had inverted hammers, another inverted hammer, a bullish close on Friday above the T-line. Now we've had a gap up. So where's the logical target? Right up here at the moving averages. So this is where when a lot of people ask, do you use the Fibonacci numbers? The answer is no, but on something like this, where you can see where the top is, got it almost there, and you can see where the bottom is, at least we know these are our projected targets. Not that we know whether they're going to reverse there or not, but at least we have targets to watch to see if they do reverse. If we do see a sell signal and it occurs right at one of these levels, that's a high probability situation that was where they were going to start taking things back down again. We're about ready to go short on live cattle. Because again, this is where you kind of observe the obvious. The obvious is that there's a downtrending resistance level right here, and now we're starting to see indecisive trading at that level. I think I can actually draw a trend line down through there. Even if you drew, you can see the downtrend. Now you can see that we've had sell signals, and today was your ultimate sell signal, that left-right combo, telling us if they open things lower tomorrow, you definitely can be shorting with the anticipation prices coming back down into this range. Okay, so with the market kind of moving up steadily, still lots of things out there. So if we can identify that Labu is doing a nice little bobble pattern, if it opens positive tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of the biotechs continuing to move. And things like Square that has been coming out of this big fry pan bottom gave us the message the other day. Now I'd be definitely buying this one, especially if it comes back up through Friday's high. That would tell us the J-hook pattern after the fry pan bottom is now in progress. PBYI, I'm going to reiterate a buy on this one. Notice the Morningstar signal. Today it opened positive. If it opens positive tomorrow, got high prospects of a doji sandwich breaking out of this level, which means we're going to be in a very strong uptrend. Same scenario is why we recommended REN last week. Because notice what it did when it broke out with this little Morningstar signal. Then there's your bullish doji sandwich in the breakout area. This is what we're looking for, is when it's breaking out with signals. You've got high probability, high profit trade setups. That happened in REN. Ooh, I can't even read my own handwriting. Here's another one, ANW. Also did a big morning or big best friend signal breaking out to the upside. CFMS, I said that right. Nice fry pan bottom breakout. Again, notice the pullback right to the T-line. Broke out nicely today. Still looking for it to come up to the 200. It's going to at least fill this gap over here. So at least it's going to be moving in the right direction for you. And ETSY, it broke out. There's your J-hook. I would definitely be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow with the anticipation of another move of the same magnitude. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3 is going to be the same magnitude as Wave 1. So that's going to have a little star. You might see that on the recommended list tomorrow. For those trading whiting, it finally has gotten back up above the T-line and doing a J-hook pattern. I would suspect it's at least going to come up and test the 50, if not the 200. And again, that's a function of it, of seeing crude oil finally getting back up, breaking the downtrending channel. Notice the big bullish engulfing signal that occurred, I think it was last Thursday. Still the target 50-day moving average. For longer term holds, look at JCPenney. Notice how it broke out with our kicker signal. So on a long-term basis, I think JCPenney is still a good hold. We started buying some of this a while back at the $6 range. When REN moves straight up, that far away from the T-line, if it opens positive tomorrow, what's our first recommendation? Go to your 10-minute chart and see what it does from there. If it opens lower, I'd be taking some profits and then put a buy stop right back where it closed today, because if it opens lower and comes back up through that level, that tells you the profit taking's over and the buyers are still there. Worst case scenario is if it moves up big tomorrow and gets that much further away from the T-line. If you were buying down here where we recommended it on the breakout and you're up 75%, take half the position off and then see what to do with the second half. CC, same scenario. When we had that gap up through the resistance level. Oh, I got this new roller on my mouse and it's right here and broke out through here. All we can do right now is stay long until we see a sell signal. The golds are acting well. Gold was kind of lollygagging today, but Guru is still a hold. CDE still a hold. Well, Shuzbutz, it was in, what was it, GFI? GFI still a hold. VRX, we recommended last week when it broke out. Well, how about that? Notice when it gapped up, broke out, notice where it pulled back to. Right smack dab to the T-line, and now starting back up. I still wouldn't be surprised if they can't come up here and at least fill this gap and continue higher after that. That was VRX. And YY, we had recommended this in the options room. I think we are buying the, I can't remember which one it was, the 42.50 for $1.20. Right now they're up in the $9 to $10 range. So we're still expecting this one to hit the 200. Now, if it comes up here to the 200 and hits it, that's when we flip to our 10-minute chart, because that's obviously the first resistance level, and you're going to be pretty well stretched out to get there, as well as being up in the overbought condition. So once it gets there, probably a good place to start thinking about taking some profits. Whoops. DRD, another gold. This one has to open positive tomorrow and trade positive to stay in it. Otherwise, it's probably a weak sister of all of them, but definitely needs to open positive tomorrow. Oh, Richard, I'd have to take a look at that. I'll look at that for the options room tomorrow. Oh, the next one was NTP, NPTN. Notice how the belt hold signal told us they took out a lot of sellers, and the trajectory has picked up steam. So you're still in this big fry pan bottom result, that big price move. That could be your J hook, but even if it is, or if it is, you got another 4 points to the upside, taking you up into about the $18 range. And ADXS went through some profit taking, but notice what it's doing now, the little morning star signal. Another one that if it opens positive tomorrow, you've got an upside potential of another 5 points, taking you up into the $20 range. And TDOC, the belt hold type signal down here. Remember, when they gapped it down and brought it right back up, they took out a lot of sellers. Now you're in kind of a J-hook pattern. I'd still be a buyer of this one on positive trading tomorrow. And Chug, just a nice steady eddy ever since this big gap up. Same trajectory as kind of what the trajectory was prior to the consolidation. But you can see where the bobble breakout occurred. And all we have to do right now is just stay long as it stays above the T-line. And PRXL is one that we had calls on. It's been moving up nicely. And something's wrong here. This was a big doji type day on the other charts, but it's still moving positive. Even if this was a big doji day and or a belt hold type signal, if it opens positive tomorrow, you still have more upside. Flamel backed off the other day. You can still be ready to buy this one on positive trading. Telling you they've wiped out the sellers again, bouncing up off the 200 on the belt hold. Oh, Curly, I don't know what the volume is on PRXL. Oh, traded 300,000 today, so it's not too bad, especially for a $70 stock. Now, if the options are a little bit thin, you can always make sure you put your bid ask, or if you're going to trade it, put your bid ask or your bid in the halfway point of the bid ask spread. Some of the biggies, like Apple, ever since it did gapped up with a message, it's been in a 45 degree, and all you have to do now is stay long, as long as it stays above that, above the T line. Amazon, same scenario. As long as it stays above the T line, you stay with it. Tesla was having a little bit of trouble getting started over the last few days. Right now, I wouldn't be long and I wouldn't be short Tesla, not until you see which way they want to take it from here. And Netflix still wouldn't be trading this one just because of the lack of movement in it. There's just nothing here to really get excited about at this point. Now, some of the other ones that we're coming across, we recommended GoGo the other day, and it's still moving nicely because notice the setup. There was your series of dojis followed by your gap up, best friend. More than likely, it's still heading up to the 200-day moving average. EBIO going into the next wave. You can stay long on this one. Icon. Another fry pan bottom, doji sandwich breakout. There should be more upside to this one. And CHK, this one's got the little best friend signal. I wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. And some of the more of the, let's see, is it SM? Notice your doji sandwich gap up, getting up close to this level. Let's see, what am I doing here? Oh. What's wrong way? They break out through here. You had this move. You could have that same magnitude move on the next move from here. I know David L. has been pointing out, oh, I don't know what that is. Ah. S. There we go. Lending Club coming out of this nice fry pan bottom. Notice the doji sandwich today. Target, fill in the gap. Second target, the 50-day or the 200-day moving average. KTOS, best friend breakout. Now they've gapped it up, so this would be just an illustration that this was the place to be buying. This is the place to have your stop. It shouldn't come back down through that level, but also start watching to see if there's any sell signals setting up. G-Pro is in a good fry pan bottom uptrend, which means AMBA. We're still long on this one. It's been acting well. Kara, another one that needed to break out. Notice how lethargic it got in here until Friday, which took your slow curve up in this direction. Now you have the prospect of it going to the 200-day moving average coming out of that slow curve. AERI, another one that's in the breakout area. With the biotechs starting to pick up steam, things like Cure, K-U-R-E, notice the little bullish engulfing, T-line crunch, fry pan bottom type pattern. I'd be a buyer of this one. This has the prospect of heading up for another 40% to the upside. VNet, I don't know whether VNet has earnings coming up. I just saw this one out there, but this one, you can be buying this one on positive trading. Another one coming out of the fry pan bottom, T-line crunch, which basically that T-line crunch tells you the 50-day moving average is not going to act as a resistance anymore. Momo, next wave up. CLVS, another big fry pan bottom, cup and handle. Another one that I wouldn't be afraid to be buying on positive trading tomorrow with the expectation you could see a fairly good move back up to the 200-day moving average. Fitbit, J-hook pattern, expect target to be the 200-day moving average. And PFSW, bullish engulfing right there at the 50 and the T-line. You can watch this one. That's probably got some good movement to it. Okay, that's about all I got tonight. We're just kind of in a steady uptrend in this market. Again, if they break out through this level, look for another wave like this, which means we could have another few weeks of good steady uptrend or good strong market heading up. So with that, are there any general questions on candlesticks? All right, if not, Jim, go ahead and do the double line. And in 3.6 seconds, do the next double line. All right, we'll try to get as many as done as possible because I know a lot of you are watching the Olympics. FN, I would just stay long. Look for it to be breaking out into new territory. Amber, just stay long on this one. I'd be more apt, if I wasn't long, I'd be more apt to buy it above the recent highs in here. ANGO, another J-hook pattern setup. You can buy this one on positive trading also. So again, a lot of these you're going to be buying if they're, especially if they're doing patterns. Micron, I would be staying long, anticipating you're at the top end of the trend channel. Western Digital, I'd be more apt to buy this one, knowing that it did another buy signal right about the same level it bottomed out before, making the top area your target, up around the $57 range. AAL, J-hook pattern. If you're buying it, use the T-line as your stop. AMAT, another one that you can stay long, use the T-line as your stop. An MITK, nice little scoop type pattern. I'd definitely be a buyer at somewhere around the 825 level, above today's open, showing you that the scoop pattern is in progress. And HRTX, you stay long as it stays above the T-line. The logical target is back up here where it opened. So you just want to watch to see what they do once they get to the back up to the 200-day moving average. Sears holding, all you can do is stay long on this one. It's a nice steady uptrend. CX for a short, not yet. But if I was going to close out my long position, I'd probably be back below the open of Friday. If it comes down through there, you know your evening star signal is setting up. AMGN, get ready to buy this one on the J-hook pattern. And Scotty, nothing here. I wouldn't be long or short at this point. If I was short, I would have covered it today with it coming back up to the T-line area, especially with this market not showing any weakness. INFN, this one you can get ready to buy if it opens positive tomorrow, breaking out. And MTG, this one you definitely can be buying on positive trading, or you're J-hook bobble pattern in progress. Whoops, I scrolled way past everybody here. VSLR. Ooh, if you're long, you can stay long. It better open positive tomorrow, though, otherwise you're back in the sideways channel. And form, you can buy this one on positive trading. Just realize you're in this uptrend, so watch what it does once it gets back up to the top of the uptrend. VIAB, nothing here yet. If you were short, you should have covered it on Friday with it opening positive after the bullish harami. Wouldn't be buying it, though, until it closes up above the T-line. And Guild, nothing here yet either. Need to see which way they want to take this one. Probably they're taking it up. I want to see buying confirmation. Skechers, stay long, but you definitely want to see this one open positive. Otherwise, it's coming back down to test the T-line. And OCN coming out of this fry pan bottom, you stay long with the anticipation they'll at least take it up and test the 200. I wouldn't be afraid to be buying SSNI. Obviously, in the breakout mode, you'd stay long in this one until you see a sell signal and a close back below the T-line. TWI, another one I'd be apt to buy just above the highs right in this area. NQ Mobile, looks like you just stay long on this one for right now. PWLO, you've had this gap up shooting star in the overbought condition. Put your sell stop at today's low. It shouldn't come back down through there. If it does, they're coming back down to test the T-line. TLND, don't have enough chart there to tell you what to do. WPG, you can buy this one on positive trading. Just realize you're in a kind of a steady uptrend. MYCC, that one's a good looking chart. Your left-right combo, I would suspect your first target is coming back up here. I'd be a buyer on positive trading on this one tomorrow. STX, nothing here to get real excited about. You're in kind of a wedge formation. I'd rather pay 34 knowing that it broke out to that side. CELG, nice J-hook pattern. I'd be ready to buy this one on positive trading. IRWD, same scenario. It needs to open positive and more than likely we'll get back up into the trend channel. Cuervo, you can start buying this one again and then just use the T-line as your stop. Las Vegas Sands, just stay long on this one in the J-hook. Blackstone, another one that you can buy if it breaks out through the recent highs. Notice how it's pulled back to use the T-line / 200 area as support. And Trox had a good chart to it. Just stay long on this one. You're in wave 3 of your J-hook pattern. ILMN, another one you can stay long, another J-hook pattern in progress as long as it starts trading positive. AIG, stay long. Use the T-line as your stop. AT&T, Wouldn't be long or short this one just because of the lack of magnitude of movement in it. TJ Maxx, you can stay long as it stays above the T line. And Home Depot, another one, if you like it, you can be buying this one, especially if it comes back up through today's high, kind of confirming that your J-hook pattern is in progress. Obviously, use the T-line as your stop. Blue, another one you can be buying. Just be aware that you're going to be up or in an uptrending channel. Use the top of the channel as kind of your area to watch a little bit more diligently. Tazar, another one that as long as it stays above the T-line, you're all right. Bill Barrett, I'd be ready to buy this one on positive trading, but I'd probably be more apt to go after it if it comes up through the 50-day moving average. Monster Worldwide, all you can do right now is stay long on this one. If it opens lower, I'd probably take some profits with the anticipation it's coming back to the T-line area. Silver Wheaton, just stay long. AG, this one has to open positive and trade positive tomorrow. If it opens lower, take your profits. You can always buy it back if and when it comes back up above the T-line. And Advanced Micro, get ready to buy this one on positive trading, getting back up into the trend channel. JetBlue, wouldn't be long or short on this one. It's lost its direction. ACIA, use today's open or today's low as your stop. It shouldn't come back below that level. In SPHS, you should have been out of today. It needed to open positive and trade positive. It didn't. That one should have been closed out. Let's see what else we got here. LYV, another nice little J-hook pattern in progress. You can buy this one on positive trading. EXK, I would just stay long as it stays above the T line. Freeport, nothing yet. And even if it traded positive from here, you wouldn't have a real strong reversal. Probably wouldn't be trading this one right now. You don't really have a reversal signal even when it came off the 50. MDVN, just stay long, kind of a big fry pan bottom. TBRA, another one where you just stay long. Look for it to have the possibility of coming up to the moving averages. We did Ocular, stay long. Let's see, did we recommend that one today or was that on Friday? No, we recommended that one today on the positive open because that would have been a J-hook pattern with the next prospect of going to the 200. So now we have to watch to see what it does once it gets to the 200. LC, if something is trading below the T line and not acting very strong, the worst case scenario is you can always sell it, and then if it comes back up above the T line on a buy signal, you can buy it back. CYCC, you had the message on Friday. Now the profit taking's over. Be ready to buy this one on strength. And Nimble, another one you can be buying coming out of the fry pan bottom. Okay, just a couple more. Harley, just stay long. Nothing to do there. Wouldn't be buying it here. Just stay long. PWE, nice little breakout. Just make sure your volume stays hefty on this one to stay with it. CBAY has the problem that it doesn't have very big volume. The chart is good, but the volume is extremely low. And GCP, Peter, that one's not coming up. AERI, another one you could buy on positive trading, breaking out of the fry pan bottom. And GGB, all you can do is stay long. At this point, I'd put my sell stop at today's open. It shouldn't come back down through that level. Let's see. Whoops, I somehow went backwards. Went backwards again. I'm the type that doesn't like to make the same mistake 7 times. How do you identify positive trading? First 20 minutes positive or end of day positive? Usually what happens, Austin, is we don't want to wake up and see that the pre-market futures are showing that the Dow is going to be opening up down 80 points. That's not a positive open. What we're looking for is the stock trading relatively flat or positive and seeing that the market itself isn't really selling off with any great strength. Google, just stay long. Yahoo, you stay long, but I'd use the halfway point. I wouldn't want to see it close below the halfway point of this candle. That would tell me that they're coming back to test the T-line. Yes, if you're just staying long, that means the move has already started. You probably don't want to be buying. You just want to be holding at that point. If the stock is above the T-line, but you see a sell signal, you wait to see if it will hold the T-line or sell it. Does the signal have precedence over the signal or over the T-line? Yes, the signal has top priority. However, if you see a sell signal and you're that close to the T-line, I usually give it one more day. However, if you move far away from the T-line and you see a sell signal, I'm usually going to sell on the sell signal with the anticipation that they're going to come back down to the T-line. Okay, Michael. Let's see, I think we did ILMN. Yeah, that one is J-hook pattern. And one more, PGNX. Just slow, steady up trend. I would stay long on this one. I wouldn't be buying it here. All right, last one, UTHR. This one you get ready to buy on positive trading. You have your J-hook bobble pattern breaking out. Okay, right now with the summer doldrums, the market just keeps slowly moving up. So as long as we don't see any exuberance come into the market, we're all right. As long as we don't see a major sell signal, we're going to be all right. So right now I anticipate it's going to drift higher. All right. Now, JS, it's too dark, but the water all afternoon was just like a sheet of glass today. So with that, everybody, have a good evening. We will see you bright and early in the chat rooms. We'll see you then.